used in different conditions of diarrhea. First is acute diarrhea. We have to use Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG, more than 10 to the power 10 colony forming units per day for 5 to 7 days. It has low to moderate level of evidence. Saccharomyces boulardii 250 to 750 milligram per day for 5 to 7 days. It has very low to low level of evidence. Bacillus clausii should not be used. Above probiotics can be used as an adjuvant therapy in acute diarrheas, but the marginal cost benefit advantage must be carefully considered. Lactobacillus acidophilus and clausii should not be used. For the prevention of necrotizing enterocolitis, a combination of Lactobacillus species 1 into 10 to the power 9 to 6 into 10 to the power 9 colony forming units and Bifidobacterium species 3 into 3.5 into 10 to the power 8 colony forming units for 4 to 6 weeks can be used or up till discharge. This has moderate to high level of evidence in preterm less than 37 weeks and low birth weight babies. Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG ATCC 530131 into 10 to the power 9 to 6 into 10 to the power 9 colony forming units for 4 to 6 weeks or up till discharge. It has moderate level of evidence and low for prevention of necrotizing enterocolitis stage more than 2. Probiotics seem to be useful in reducing necrotizing enterocolitis more than stage 2 with reduction of late onset sepsis, mortality and also reduce the time to full feeds. For antibiotic associated diarrhea, NCG does not recommend routine use of probiotics in immunocompetent children. Clostridium difficile diarrhea is not common in India, so the probiotics are not recommended.